This happened on New Year's Eve back in 2019, and even now, just thinking about it makes my stomach tighten. I was living alone at the time in a small apartment complex just outside St. Louis, Missouri. It wasn't a bad area exactly, but it wasn't great either. One of those places where nothing usually happens, but when it does, it's never good. I'd just gotten out of a long relationship earlier that year, and most of my friends had either moved away or were busy with their own lives, so I didn't have any big plans for the night. Honestly, I didn't mind. I picked up a frozen pizza, a six-pack, and figured I'd ring in the new year quietly with Netflix and my phone on Do Not Disturb. By around 8:30 p.m., the fireworks had already started popping off somewhere in the distance. I remember standing by my living room window, watching flashes of color light up the clouds, thinking about how weird it felt to be completely alone on a night everyone else treated like a celebration. That's when my phone rang. I almost didn't answer it. The number wasn't saved in my contacts, and I assumed it was either spam or one of those automated New Year's reminder calls companies send out. But something made me pick it up. "Hello?" I said. For a moment, there was nothing, just faint static and what sounded like breathing. I pulled the phone away from my ear and checked the screen to make sure the call hadn't dropped. It was still connected. "Hello?" I said again, louder this time. Then a man spoke. "Do you live alone?" The way he asked it was calm, too calm. No greeting, no introduction, just that question. My heart skipped, but I tried to laugh it off. "Who is this?" I asked. Another pause. More breathing. "I asked you something. Do you live alone?" I hung up. I told myself it was just a prank. Wrong number, bored, drunk guy, whatever. I locked my phone and tried to shake it off, but my skin felt prickly, like I was being watched. About 5 minutes later, my phone rang again. Same number. This time, I didn't answer. I let it ring until it stopped, then immediately blocked the number. I even went as far as checking that my doors and windows were locked, even though I knew they were. I tried to relax, but I couldn't focus on anything. Every little sound, the hum of the refrigerator, footsteps from the apartment above me, made me jump. At 9:12 p.m., my phone buzzed with a text notification. Unknown number. You shouldn't hang up on people. It's rude. My blood went cold. The number was blocked. There was no reason it should have been able to message me. I typed back before I could stop myself. "Me. Who is this?" The reply came almost instantly. "Someone who can hear your TV from here." I muted the television. The apartment felt impossibly quiet after that. I slowly stood up from the couch and walked toward the front door, trying not to make any noise. I pressed my ear against it, listening. Nothing. I checked the peephole. The hallway was empty, lit by that same flickering yellow light that always made everything look slightly wrong. I stepped back, my pulse pounding in my ears. Another text came through. Unknown number. Relax, I'm not in the hallway. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone. Me. This isn't funny. I'm calling the police. There was a longer pause this time. Nearly a full minute passed before the response came. Unknown number. That would ruin the countdown. The countdown. I glanced at the time. 9:26 p.m. 3.5 hours until midnight. I locked myself in my bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed, my back pressed against the wall. I tried calling my sister, but it went straight to voicemail. Most of my friends were probably out partying, their phones buried in pockets or purses. At 9:40 p.m., my phone rang again. I didn't answer. Voicemail notification. Against my better judgment, I played it. All I could hear at first was background noise, wind, distant traffic, the muffled echo of fireworks. Then his voice came through, closer than before. "I can hear your bedroom light under the door," he said softly. "You should turn it off. Saves electricity." I killed the light instantly, plunging the room into darkness. That's when I heard it. A faint tap. 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 coming from my bedroom window. I froze. My apartment was on the second floor. The tapping continued, slow and deliberate, like someone using their fingernail against the glass. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. Don't worry, I won't come in yet. Tears streamed down my face as I silently slid off the bed and crawled toward the closet, clutching my phone like it could somehow protect me. Me. What do you want? This time, the reply took longer. The tapping stopped. Finally, my screen lit up. Unknown number. I just don't like being alone on New Year's Eve. Another message followed immediately. Unknown number. Neither do you. The fireworks outside grew louder as the night went on, each explosion masking whatever sounds might have been happening outside my apartment. I stayed hidden, barely breathing, as my phone continued to buzz every few minutes. Updates, comments, observations about my apartment that no stranger should have known. At 11:58 p.m., the messages stopped. Complete silence. I don't remember the actual moment midnight hit. I think I passed out from sheer exhaustion and fear. When I woke up the next morning, sunlight was pouring through the window. My phone was still clutched in my hand. No new messages, no missed calls. But when I finally worked up the courage to check my bedroom window, I found 3 long scratch marks carved against the glass, right where someone's fingers would have been. I moved out 2 weeks later, and every New Year's Eve since, I make sure I'm never alone when the countdown begins.